All right, good afternoon. My name is Eric Gondree, and I'm here to present paragraph unity in writing English essays. These are practical exercises for learners of English who are doing academic writing. Just to give you a quick overview, this is going to be about teaching a writing process. What is paragraph unity, and why do paragraph unity exercises, and the steps in the exercise that I use in my own classes. I've found great success with this method of teaching, and I'd like to share it with you. As for my academic writing background, I've taught academic writing for about roughly 10 years in a couple of different universities, at the State University of New York at Buffalo in the United States, and at two Japanese universities. And so I feel that over the years, I've managed to develop a number of very intensive writing courses that can help English language learners start writing paragraphs and essays after about 15 weeks of classes. So I'd like to ask, normally, if this was a live type of presentation, I'd ask the members if you yourself teach a writing process. If so, what is the process do you teach? But I'd like to introduce my writing process. The writing process that I use helps students plan and write and organize paper. It's featured in many college level writing textbooks, Evergreen, Writing Academic English by Oshima and Hogue, which gets used in Japan, blueprints, and so on. It's a pretty common process. And it has three main parts. The first is pre-writing, which is where you understand the assignment, generate ideas, and write an outline to plan. Then writing, where you write the first draft, and revising, where you look at grammar and all these other self-editing techniques. And this results in a completed paper. And paragraph unity is an exercise that appears in the self-editing part of the writing process. And this tends to take a lot of time. But the exercises for writing unity, I believe, really do help students understand how paragraphs are structured and how to make them better. So what is paragraph unity? Well, it's the idea that all of the supporting sentences in the paragraph are, match the paragraph's controlling idea. And this requires students to have learned, well, what's a paragraph, what's a controlling idea, where can they find it, how to find a topic sentence, and what's a supporting sentence. So this comes after teaching basic paragraph structure. Now, why use paragraph unity exercises? Well, this requires students to pay attention and think about their writing. Students have to judge their own writing, and it requires them to be more autonomous learners. And this also encourages students to see self-editing as a skill for real-life writing situations, something that they do outside of the classwork. All right. So the first step in these paragraph unity writing exercises is you want to review topic sentences. And a topic sentence in a paragraph contains the topic and the controlling idea. It's the most general sentence that covers the paragraph. And in the topic sentence, you have students find the controlling idea. So in these sample sentences, my job in the complaints department taught me how to deal with angry people. And the controlling idea, well, the topic is my job in the complaints department. The controlling idea taught me how to deal with angry people. So you go over how to find the controlling idea, and the controlling ideas are located here in these topic sentences. And then you want to go create a sample paragraph. So you get a simple topic sentence from a student and you write it on the board. And I always kind of like to make it a humorously easy sentence. And so the way I do it is I ask a student, what's your favorite fruit? And they may say something like strawberries or, something like that. And so I pretend I mishear them and write apples instead of whatever their answer is. And that always gets a laugh. So I would write a sample topic sentence on the board. In this case, apples are good for 3 reasons. And I ask, what's the topic? Apples. What's the controlling idea? That they're good for 3 reasons. Third step is you solicit a different supporting sentence from each student. Ask them, all right, why are apples good? And you put the ideas up on the board. Apples are sweet. These fruits are often a beautiful red color. Apples are inexpensive and available in every market. Apples can also be made into juice. And among them, you want to add a couple of irrelevant sentences, like blueberries are more expensive. Throw in monkeys are funny. There's no hot water in my hotel. Just something, irrelevant, unrelated. And so you have the paragraph up on the board. Apples are good for 3 reasons. Apples are sweet. These fruits are often a beautiful red color. Apples are inexpensive and available in every market. Blueberries are more expensive. Monkeys are funny. Apples can also be made into juice. There's no hot water in my hotel. Therefore, apples are my favorite fruits. Have them find the controlling idea. Are good for 3 reasons. Right? Now, every other sentence in the paragraph has to match the controlling idea. So you emphasize that this is what paragraph unity is. And then step by step, you go over each sentence with the students and you ask them if it matches the controlling idea. So apples are good for 3 reasons. Apples are sweet. Does that match? Yes. These fruits are often a beautiful red color. Does it match? Yes. And so on. Blueberries are more expensive. No. Monkeys are funny. Clearly not, right? So you mark off each sentence which matches the controlling idea and mark the ones that do not match the controlling idea. So you cross out the irrelevant sentences. Now you go over the remaining sentences. Are there any remaining problems? And this is a little bit more challenging. You might have to point out that the controlling idea says 3 reasons. So you may need to consolidate a few of these sentences, and you may need to change a little bit of wording. So you go through, make a few edits, so you consolidate, in this case, the first 2 supporting sentences. Apples are often sweet and a beautiful red color. Instead of repeating apples a bunch of times, you might want to say these fruits. So add a few edits into delicious juice, right? You have to describe it as being good. So then you read the edited paragraph. Apples are good for 3 reasons. Apples are often sweet and a beautiful red color. These fruits are inexpensive and available in every market. Apples can also be made into delicious juice. Therefore, apples are my favorite fruits. So now we have a unified paragraph, step by step, with the students using their own words. And so after this point, now you can give out some paragraphs, some sample paragraphs. Have them work with a partner. So I like to divide my students into pairs, a different pair in each class, give out these sample paragraphs, and as a class, find the topic sentences, find the controlling ideas, and then each of them, step by step, go through to see if all the supporting sentences match the controlling ideas. So this is the in-class exercise. So in the first case, it's about the creation of Coca-Cola. And if you look at these sentences, you have students find the topic sentence. In this case, it's the first sentence. And you go through each of these sentences. On May 6th, 1886, Dr. John Scythe Pemberton heated a mixture of melted sugar, water, coca leaves, cola nuts, and other ingredients. He planned to produce one of the homemade patent medications, which were so popular at the time. However, this one tasted so good that Dr. Pemberton decided to sell it as a drink for 5 cents per glass. The first glass of this new drink was sold at a pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta is a wonderful place to live, but the traffic is often bad and the summer weather is humid. All right, now that sentence is clearly, it does not belong. Pemberton's invention, Coca-Cola, became a popular beverage. Today, globally, Coca-Cola is consumed by 140,000 people every minute and is the most popular soda on earth. So you kind of go through each sentence, right? And maybe some students may have a few questions. So question number 3, they may ask about how to integrate that in, right? So some of the sentences may require some additional editing. By the end of this exercise, students will be able to self-edit a unified paragraph. And the next time they have a writing assignment, you can enforce this by starting to include a grading rubric that refers to paragraph unity. And you can grade how unified their paragraphs are. So thank you very much for joining this short presentation. I like to show practical presentations that can help a student when they go back to class. If you would like a copy of this, you can get the QR code, which will lead you to my homepage, and you can find the title of this presentation on paragraph unity for download. Thank you very much for attending.